A woman is in the delivery room giving birth. The doctor tells her to push. She does, and the baby's head pops out. The doctor says, "Oh, your baby has slanted eyes." To which she replies, "Yeah, I heard those Chinese men were pretty good, so I decided to give them a try." The doctor shrugs it off and tells her to push again. This time the baby's body comes out. "Holy shit, your baby has a white body," the doctor says. "Yeah, I heard those white men were pretty good, so I decided to give them a try," she says. The doctor, shrugs it off again and tells her to push one more time, and that will be it. So she does, and the legs come out. "Holy shit! Your baby has black legs," the doctor says. "Yeah, I heard those black men were pretty good, so I decided to give them a try," she says. So the doctor shrugs it off once more, ties the umbilical cord, and slaps the baby on the ass so it starts to cry. The doctor turns to the woman and asks, "How are you going to deal with a baby who has slanted eyes, a white body, and black legs?" The woman replies, "I'm just glad it didn't bark." Oh. A priest keeping chickens in his village noticed that his prize cock was missing. So he decided to ask his parishioners while doing mass. He asked, "Who's got a cock?" And all the men stood up. He goes, "No, no, no. Who's seen a cock?" And all the women stood up. He goes, "No, no, no. Who's seen my cock?" And all the nuns stood up. Two parents take their son on a vacation and go to a nude beach. The father goes for a walk on the beach and the son goes and plays in the water. The son comes running up to his mom and says, "Mommy, I saw ladies with boobies a lot bigger than yours." The mom says, "The bigger they are, the dumber they are." So he goes back to play. Minutes later, he runs back and says, "Mommy, I saw men with penises a lot bigger than daddy's." The mom says, "The bigger they are, the dumber they are." So he goes back to play. Several minutes later, he comes running back and says, "Mommy, I just saw Daddy talking to the dumbest lady I've ever seen. And the more he talked, the dumber he got." Oh. There once was a man from Nantucket who took a pig in a ticket to fuck it. Said the pig with sneer, "Get away from my rear. Come around to the front and I'll suck it." A teacher teaching her 6-year-old class and says, "I have something behind my back. It's red, round, and it's hard." Right in front of little Susie raises her hand, and the teacher asked her, "What is it, little Susie?" Little Susie tells her it's an apple, miss. No, the teacher replies, "It's a tomato, but I loved the way you're thinking." Right at the back of the classroom, little Johnny raises his hand and cries, "Miss, miss, miss." And the teacher asked him, "Yes, little Johnny, what is it?" "Miss, I have something in my pocket. It's round, hard, and it's got a head on it. What is it, miss?" "Oh, little Johnny, you are disgusting." Little Johnny replies, "No, miss, it's a coin, but I loved the way you are thinking." Three guys go to a ski lodge, but there aren't enough rooms, so they have to share a bed. In the middle of the night, the guy on the right wakes up and says, "I had this wild, vivid dream of getting a hand job." The guy on the left wakes up, and unbelievably, he's had the same dream too. Then the guy in the middle wakes up and says, That's funny. I dreamt I was skiing. Oh. A kindergarten teacher one day is trying to explain to her class the definition of the word definitely. To make sure the students have a good understanding of the word, she asks them to use it in a sentence. The first student raises his hand and says, "The sky is definitely blue." The teacher says, "Well, that isn't entirely correct because sometimes it's gray and cloudy." Another student says, "Grass is definitely green." The teacher again replies, "If grass doesn't get enough water, it turns brown." So that isn't really correct either. Another student raises his hand and asks the teacher, "Do farts have lungs?" The teacher looks at him and says, "No, but that isn't really a question you want to ask in class discussion." So the student replies, "Then I've definitely shit in my pencil."